Why can you buy a ski condo for less than a Honda Civic? Seriously, there are ski properties in America selling for less than $70,000, sometimes even less than that. And that makes absolutely no sense, because ski towns are supposed to be luxury destinations, right? So today I went down a complete rabbit hole trying to figure out why some ski houses are shockingly cheap. And honestly, there are a lot of reasons people don't talk about. If you've ever been skiing or snowboarding, you eventually start dreaming about owning a ski house. No more overpriced hotels, no more driving 4 hours at 4 a.m. Just wake up, grab coffee, and ride. But then you start browsing Zillow and suddenly things get weird, because one ski house is $4 million and another one is somehow $89,000. So what's going on here? Are these cheap ski houses hidden gems? Are they scams? Are ski towns dying? Or is there something else happening? Today we break down exactly why some ski houses are so cheap and whether buying one is actually a terrible idea or the ultimate life hack. Section 1. Location matters way more than people think. The first reason is pretty simple. Not all ski towns are created equal.
A lift malfunction at an area ski resort leads to 2 people being sent to the hospital. Nick Farrell was there and he has this report.
Timberline officials say around 9 a.m. Saturday morning, this ski lift called Thunderstruck malfunctioned with about 200 people on board. Only 9 of them.
Not all ski towns are created equal. Just look at Timberline Mountain Resort in West Virginia. In 2017, the average ski home value was about $309,000. But then the resort ran into some serious problems: poor management, financial issues, tax evasion, and eventually the mountain had to shut down. And by 2019, the average home value had dropped all the way down to around $245,000. But then new ownership came in, bought the resort, and completely turned things around. They reopened the mountain, improved operations, and gave people confidence in the resort once again. So by 2021, the average ski home value had already climbed to around $359,000. And fast forward to today, that number is closer to around $574,000. Now obviously, part of that massive jump is also due to things like inflation, lower interest rates for a period of time, and the growing demand of mountain real estate. But the bigger point is this: a well-run resort can have a massive impact on the local home values. If the mountain is thriving, the real estate usually follows. If the mountain is struggling, property values can get crushed. And that is exactly why not all ski towns are created equal. A lot of people hear ski house and immediately picture Aspen or Park City, but there are dozens and dozens of smaller ski resorts across America where demand is way lower. Some of these mountains only have a few lifts, some barely get natural snow, some are in areas with declining populations, and some are honestly just hard to get to. So while one ski town becomes a billionaire's playground, another one just a couple states away struggles to attract any tourism, and that absolutely crushes property values. There are ski condos in parts of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Michigan, and Vermont that can cost less than a normal suburban apartment. Section 2. Most cheap ski houses aren't actually ski houses. This is the part that a lot of people miss. A lot of these cheap ski houses aren't actually houses at all. They're just tiny condos built in the 1970s. They look cheap online, but then you realize the HOA fees are like $900 a month, the building needs new plumbing, the heating system is ancient, and the walls are thinner than a tent. These places were often built decades ago, and now they're aging badly. So yeah, technically, the purchase price is cheap, but the carrying cost on these places will absolutely smoke you. Take this place, for example. I have blurred out all of the information on this unit as to not make anybody upset with this video. However, I only show this one specifically because this is in a condo complex that I have personally toured back in the day, and I know for a fact that the building, this was information given to me by the realtor I was working with, that the building is older and definitely in need of some major repairs. So that is why I specifically chose this one, because I have firsthand knowledge of this property. You can see here that from the purchase price, one might think this is a pretty good deal. For under $120,000, getting a 1-bed, 1-bath property is honestly, nowadays, super affordable. However, when we look a little closer, you can see that this place is only 400 square feet, and the building was built in 1982. And once again, I can promise you, it's seen better days. And on top of that, look at the HOA fees. This is $304 every single month. And once again, because the condo complex is declining, these HOA fees actually go up every single year to try and cover repair costs to the building. On top of that, you have higher than normal insurance since it gets pounded by the weather. And this is in a warmer ski region where realistically, you're only going to be able to go ride maybe 3 to 4 months out of the entire year, which leads me perfectly into the next part, which is section 3. Ski towns are weirdly seasonal. One thing I didn't realize until I started spending more time in ski towns, a lot of them feel almost abandoned in the off season. In peak winter, they are packed, but in the off season, they're dead. Restaurants are closed, businesses are shut down, tourism completely disappears. And that makes a weird economy where properties really only make sense to own for like 3 months out of the year. And if the snow conditions are bad for a season, it's even worse. One terrible winter can financially crush local businesses and short-term rentals. So buyers take on way more risk than they're initially realizing. Just look at this Airbnb data for Killington, Vermont. During the ski season, the average monthly revenue for a short-term rental is over $7,000. But during the off-season, that number drops all the way down to just over $1,100 a month. That's a massive difference. And this is why ski houses are such a weird investment. In the winter, a property like this can look like an absolute cash machine. But once the snow melts, demand falls off hard. So when people ask, why are some ski houses so cheap? This is a huge part of the answer. Section 4. Insurance and maintenance is brutal. Ski properties also get absolutely abused by the weather. Snow, ice, salt, moisture, everything just seems to break down faster in these colder environments.
We spent the day with businesses and homeowners who have been truly affected by all this cold. In Framingham, cleanup crews are still pulling out what's left of this shoe store after frozen pipes upstairs burst overnight.
The water leaked down into my store and then wrecked everything in the store.
We spent time with contractors working outside, showing homeowners how to get snow off roofs and prevent ice dams. But with all this cold weather, frozen pipes is keeping contractors busy.
Roofs get hammered, pipes freeze, decks rot, road maintenance costs more money, and if properties sit empty for weeks at a time, that can become a nightmare. One frozen pipe can wipe out years of rental income. Section 5. Now, some of these are actually amazing deals. Now, with all that said, I actually think some ski properties are insanely underrated, especially smaller condos near underrated mountains. Because if you genuinely love skiing and snowboarding and you're going to use it consistently, it can completely change your lifestyle. No more hotel hunting, no more fighting traffic every weekend, and some of these places can actually cash flow as short-term rentals, especially if you buy near growing resorts. So in conclusion, why are ski houses so cheap? Usually it's because there's a catch. Sometimes the mountain is tiny, sometimes the condos are ancient, sometimes the HOA fees are insane, and sometimes it's because the town barely exists outside of ski season. But every once in a while, you can find a place that actually makes sense. And honestly, I kind of understand the appeal, because there's something insanely cool about waking up next to a mountain, especially if your goal is building a life around ultimate freedom and doing more of what you actually love to do. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe because I'm planning on doing way more videos about ski culture, mountain towns, and the economics behind all of it. And let me know in the comments, would you ever buy a ski house? And if you like this video, you'll probably like these videos as well.